3 months ago, I bought a Chevy S10 and a MiniCooper, and since then have combined the two together to create one of the strangest vehicles the internet has ever seen. We now have just 5 days to completely finish the build and tow it down to Florida to compete in a Giraffe's Burnout competition.
We did it once, and it worked okay in a 12 horsepower Civic. We drilled holes on the bottom and the side, so in case the fuel does get a little low, you can still grab a lot of fuel. We don't do any at the top because we don't want it to grab air if it does get
So
low.
that's a baffle or in replacement of the baffles.
Kind of. And this will go, it's going to slide in at the bottom, so it'll always grab the fuel in the back, even though the fittings on the front.
Got it. So that's return.
Yep, that's
and then this is a check valve?
Rollover back.
Rollover. Okay. Check it out, dude! It's freaking wrapped! Sick, huh? It actually looks really, it's a completely different pile of poop. It looks like a professional pile of poop. I like it too. It makes it look way further along than it actually is.
You scared me too. I thought I hit something.
I was like, oh, it's falling apart. Dude,
No freaking way.
Look at our cleats.
Hell
We didn't think that was gonna line up at all. And it still might not.
transmission should go up higher, or we need to drop the diff angle. We need to drop.
Drop the jack back there.
Oh yeah, duh.
Underneath this, we have one of the baddest transmissions known to man. Underneath that, we have one of the baddest radiators known to man. This thing is going to do the most ridiculous burnouts anyone has ever seen from a MiniCooper S10 truck.
Open the bottle of fluid.
Click. Oh, I don't know, dude. That 3-click thing sounds pretty accurate, Ryan.
All right, yesterday kind of got away from us. We got these fuel rails and the brackets were wrong, so Max and Morgan made some new brackets and kind of got the whole intake manifold situation set up. We do not have a steam kit for this, and so Morgan found some hose and we found 2 stock ones of these, and we're just gonna kind of loop and tie them together to make a steam kit. I drove about an hour the other night to pick up this transmission cross member, and it bolts up to the S10 part fine, but this whole center section where the tail shaft actually mounts to is a little wonky. So after I get that done, the engine and transmission are gonna be where they need to be. If you remember last video when we made the whole turbo kit, I was kind of scared and worried about the exhaust going down because it was so close to this. Part of that was the engine could tilt this way or that way about 2.5 inches. I didn't really know what that was gonna be like. So we can adjust all that if we need to, and then we can start making these coolant lines that have to go to the rear to that bad Mamba Jamba right there. Oh yeah, check this out. I made a little dash. Never made a really like super duper race car little dash panel thing before. That's literally just to hold the switch panel. Kind of cool. I'm gonna wrap this up and then we can start plugging everything back in. We'll get Holly out. We'll really start making some visual progress on this. I did also weld that bar in. It doesn't have a whole lot of purpose, but it's better than not having a bar. This is called an underdrive pulley. It's basically just a really pretty looking smaller crank pulley so that when we're doing burnout, it doesn't overspin the power steering pump. Okay, that's a wrap. I gotta go. Otherwise this guy's gonna kill me. I bought everything that we put onto the Jeep. I bought for the Mini so that worst case, I could just look at this and know what we need. Distribution blocks that we have on the back of the Jeep. Well, similar, Holly, we have that Holley basically, but then it also has the transmission control because we were running a 4L60 in this. So that's these guys right here. Check them out. We got the baddest radiator that you can get on the planet from these guys, Entropy. We got this wrap is so sick. Finishing lines, we got their brake delete kit that we need to install in here. Hux Racing is behind that seat. You guys know GUMOUT. Let's see, so big radiators there, fans. Oh, we got transmission cooler, oil cooler, fans for all that. We need to mount all that. We're gonna make all the fuel lines, all the oil lines, all the transmission lines. So we got that big beefy transmission cross member. We got that little tiny piece of rubber thing there that took me a lot of time to figure out which random Chevy one would fit. And then we got our hole drilled. So now that is all tight on where it's gonna go. I have hopefully a small army of friends coming tonight, and I negotiated with my wife to allow me to work as long as my body can possibly continue on today. So we have hopefully a lot we are about to accomplish. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, that looks good. That's definitely better than what I did on the Jeep. And the Jeep is.
Don't look at my crooked hole. Oh no, it's upside already screwed it up. If you want some fancier hardware, you might have to.
I don't, but thank you for the option. Look at you using my drawer of stuff.
Yeah, I found 4 that worked, but
cool.
They're, they look like they belong in like a PC build or something.
Okay.
And I already lost the rest of them.
Okay, so we got that on. You guys are putting the rest of this on. We can start chopping that crap. Chopping. Because it's pointed right.
Yeah, the stuff I'm installing.
What you got going? You got the seat almost mounted.
Yeah,
You're killing it.
We're doing kind of some things for the time being, but it all on bolts. So I got a plan going here. It should be like a couple bolts from being fully bolted up. Right now I just got to pivot it out of the way to drill.
Oh, cool.
A hole over here, but this hole's already there, so.
Sick. What are you dingleberries doing? Dingleberrying. By you dingleberries, I mean I've been helping you just stare at where to put these.
So I had him take these bolts out now. You're gonna take a bar from here, and that's gonna be your mounting surface on one side.
Andrew, get this power steering pump on. We got the underdrive pulley on. I'm recording! Just kidding.
Beautiful.
That's pretty sweet.
That looks so good.
That does look sick though. It does. It really looks like I said earlier, it looks like it's like we've built a Burnout car before, and it looks, it looks like we're like, okay, this is what failed last time, so we're gonna do this, this, and that. We're doing open heart surgery on this water pump. The only part that concerns me is if the water pump goes bad, we have to open heart surgery on another one. But, it is what it is. So what we're gonna do is send both of these coolant lines up and straight through that firewall, down on the floor, back, and then bring them up and up. My buddy Dustin dropped off. He had some extra heat shielding. Much like the factory stuff that we have, but this is brand new. This is for exhaust, super hotness, and then this is specifically for coolant pipes, which is very convenient because we're going right over a bunch of hot stuff. So we're gonna make a bunch of sandwiches out of all this heat material. We'll find out if we overheat or not. Okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're at. No mental bacon, Seth. Done.
Well, this is bolted in for the oil cooler. And then We'll make our tabs tomorrow. Strap down our fuel tank.
Yep.
Other than that, that's what I've accomplished.
You gonna tap it and say that ain't going nowhere, or it's not really worthy of that?
She ain't going nowhere.
Certified.
Certified.
No.
No, it's got plenty of clearance. Except for the tape. It might just be the tape.
What are you doing, Preston?
Trying to make truck stuff work on Corvette stuff with truck Corvette stuff.
Why does it not work?
Because we're finding a lot of parts all over the place, and some of them don't go to each other.
All right, power. Have you put any sort of file into here?
Yes. Fire. That sounds way better.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good.
Very quiet. Not
Any leaks? I mean, in this small amount of time, it won't get too hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good to me.
Pretty good, mate.
The next day.
Round 3.
So, Zach, what is the scientific term for what we're experiencing right now?
redundancy? I don't know.
It's called... Whose hands are on the things that are leaking right now?
Listen, master of 75 radiator leaks.
Yeah, but I mastered it, didn't I?
Okay, well before...
Any clunking? Any clunking? Good. Brakes? So hold down the brakes and put your foot down a little bit.
That was effortless.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, we'll go out there. What's the voltage?
14.
Oh, I'm glad about that.
You have no idea how like effortless that is.
And these tires are flat.